Hello everyone, welcome back.
A Night of Tragedy, the story of Mymensingh family. In the quiet, pastoral district of Mymensingh, Bangladesh, where the lush green fields stretch out under the expansive sky, a harrowing tragedy unfolded in 2007 that would leave indelible scars not just on the affected family, but on the entire nation. This tale, though steeped in sorrow, invites us to reflect upon the complexities of human emotion and the societal pressures that can drive individuals to the brink. The Ahmed family, typical in many ways yet unique in others, had long been a fixture in their community. Not prominent, but respected, they embodied the essence of a close-knit household in rural Bangladesh. In this family of 9, ages ranged from the eldest, 68-year-old Abdur Rahman, to his youngest grandchild, a mere 7 years old. Neighbors admired their hospitality, their ability to host large gatherings filled with laughter and warmth. But beneath the cheerful facade, a silent storm was brewing. Abdur Rahman was a farmer, a laborer with weathered hands and a heart full of dreams, not just for himself but for his children and grandchildren. He sought to provide a decent living, ensuring that each of his children could pursue education in a country where opportunities often fluctuated like the monsoon rains. Yet, the bitter reality was that the earth he tilled had begun to yield less, with climate change and erratic weather patterns wreaking havoc on the region. Payments spread thin and expenses escalating. The financial burden on the family grew heavier, and the weight of desperation hung in the air. His eldest son, Kamal, was a promising student who had dreams of becoming an engineer. However, as the family struggled to make ends meet, the burden of expectations weighed heavily on him. Kamal felt a profound sense of guilt. He believed his aspirations were a luxury unaffordable to his family. Instead of seeking help, he drowned in his despair, pulling away from his studies and succumbing to the familial pressures to find immediate work and support the household. What once was a beacon of hope became a source of anguish. As the months progressed, the family's financial situation deteriorated. Abdur Rahman sought solace in prayer, retreating to the local mosque, while the atmosphere at home became increasingly tense. His wife, Fatima, often cried silently in the kitchen, her heart breaking for her children. She felt helpless, trapped in a cycle of hardships, struggling to maintain peace. Each meal, a reminder of the hollow pangs of hunger they often endured, echoed in the walls of their home, amplifying the sense of hopelessness that was creeping in. Their daughters, particularly Rani, who was only 12, sensed the unease in the air. Rani, with her infectious laughter, tried to bring joy to the family, weaving playful stories to escape the grim reality. However, even her innocent attempts at diversion felt dimmed in the face of profound despair gnawing at their lives. The once vibrant home soon grew silent, laughter replaced by hushed whispers and intermittent sighs. The turning point came when Abdur Rahman received the news that a local moneylender was demanding repayment. The loans he had taken in desperation to sustain the family were now looming over him like a dark cloud threatening to burst into a storm. Rumors of families losing their land and homes to moneylenders spread through Mymensingh, igniting fears. The pressure became unbearable. The thought of losing their ancestral home loomed large in Abdur's mind, tormenting him day and night. In an act of desperation, Abdur Rahman gathered his family one night in their modest home. Candlelight flickered, casting long shadows on somber faces. With tears streaming down his weathered cheeks, he spoke words that would forever haunt the residents of Mymensingh. We cannot continue this life of suffering. We must find peace in a world without pain. This fateful meeting, fueled by fear and despair, sealed their tragic fate. In the early hours of the following day, the community awoke to a devastating scene. The Ahmed family was found lifeless, their home cloaked in an eerie stillness. The news spread like wildfire, igniting shockwaves throughout the nation. How could a family so deeply rooted in the community take such a drastic step? Villagers gathered, expressions of disbelief painted on their faces. Whispers filled the air, as rumors swirled around the reasons behind such despair. In the aftermath, the tragedy compelled many to confront their views on mental health, poverty, and societal expectations. The shocking incident stirred discussions on familial obligations and economic constraints. The Ahmed family, often seen as pillars of the community, now served as a grim reminder of the fragility of human life and the dire consequences of societal pressures. Local leaders and mental health advocates began to raise awareness of the importance of support systems. Workshops were established, emphasizing communication within families and providing resources for those feeling overwhelmed. Tragedies like that of the Ahmed family sparked initiatives aimed at reducing stigma surrounding mental health issues, encouraging people to seek help rather than suffering in silence. The story of the Ahmed family serves as a stark reminder that love and despair can intertwine within the walls of a home. It urges society to reflect upon its collective responsibility to safeguard the vulnerable, to foster open dialogues about mental health, and, most importantly, to acknowledge that financial burdens, though demanding, should never eclipse the value of life. As years passed since that fateful day, Mymensingh slowly began to heal. The community gathered to remember the Ahmed family, honoring their lives and beliefs in a memorial that became a space for reflection, remembrance, and healing. The loss of that family would not be in vain. It would ignite an enduring commitment to understanding, compassion, and change. In retrospect, the tragedy of the Ahmed family stands testament to the immense pressures faced by families struggling with poverty and despair. It invites us to delve deeper into the unspoken struggles which many endure behind closed doors. As we tell this sad tale, let it echo beyond the fields of Mymensingh, urging not only reflection but also action in ensuring that no family is ever driven to such heartbreaking conclusions again.
Next story, Alaraj Pure Deaths, 5 family members found hanging in MP village. In the quiet village of Rivdi, nestled in Aliripur, Madhya Pradesh, a devastating event has left the community reeling with grief. Early one Monday morning, authorities responded to a distressing call that would forever alter the lives of its residents. Inside the modest Dadwa family home, they discovered a heartbreaking scene. Rakesh Dadwa, just 27 years old, his wife Lalita, 25, and their 3 beloved children, Lakshmi, a cheerful 9-year-old, Prakash, a playful 7-year-old, and little Akshay, only 5, all tragically lost. The initial shock of the discovery rippled through the close-knit community, echoing the pain of similar tragedies that have gripped other parts of India in recent memory. This heart-wrenching incident draws haunting parallels to a sorrowful event in Gujarat just last year, where another family of 7 faced a similar fate under equally distressing circumstances. Led by the compassionate guidance of the Subdivisional Officer of Police, SDOP, for Aliripur, the local police swiftly began their investigation into what appeared to be a mass suicide. The bodies of the Dadwa family were respectfully transported for autopsy, a necessary step in untangling the complexities surrounding this unfathomable loss. The police have registered a case and started an investigation. A special investigation team, SIT, has been formed under the leadership of Stop Jobat to investigate the case. The incident is believed to have occurred between 7 p.m. on Sunday and 6 a.m. on Monday. Rakesh Dadwa was a farmer and also worked as a mason in Gujarat, police revealed. Sadly, India has witnessed previous instances of such profound loss within family units, including the heart-wrenching mass suicide in Maharashtra's Mhazal village in 2022 and the haunting Burari incident in Delhi. These tragedies serve as poignant reminders of the delicate nature of mental health and the urgent need for robust community support and intervention. In the aftermath of this tragedy, efforts are underway to extend immediate support to those affected in Rivdi, including offering counseling services and practical assistance to help manage the overwhelming emotional aftermath. The incident has spurred renewed calls for heightened awareness of mental health challenges and the critical necessity for accessible resources to address psychological distress within communities nationwide. As investigations continue, there is a shared hope that insights gained from this profound loss will spur meaningful discussions and actionable steps to prevent similar tragedies in the future. That's it for now. See you in the next post.